Hi guys, welcome back to Living the Hardened Dream. In today's video, I wanted to talk about uh, my college experience. Here I am, almost 50 years old, and my college career is coming to an end. And I wanted to just come on here and just give you guys my thought process with college at mid-age, if I must say. I decided back in March of 2023, rewind, I began my career when I was 14 years old. I've been working since I was 14. And through life's struggles, I have finally accomplished, I'm accomplishing. When you see this video, it'll be over with, but I have 2 weeks left. And I'm finally accomplishing a bucket list. I graduated high school. I've obtained several certifications over these years in the medical field, but I just wanted my bachelor's degree. I wanted to walk that stage one more time. And it's been a whirlwind. Filming for YouTube, trying to stay up with YouTube, working a part-time job, working a full-time job, going to school, taking care of my family. So it's been a whirlwind, and we're almost at the end. And so I wanted to come on here and just encourage anyone, male or female, if you're up in age, middle aged or up in age, it can be accomplished. I am a living proof that it can be accomplished. I reached out to Grand Canyon University several years ago. My co-workers, those that wanted to further their education and get their BS in, um, introduced me to the concept of Grand Canyon University. Now, online, there's many online colleges that offer programs, but not all of them hold any value in my state. And so when they got finished with their education through Grand Canyon, I looked into it. And at the time, I was so nervous. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And anyway, when you go on Grand Canyon's website and you're looking up what they offer, you have to fill out your initial forms to get information. And so the advisor contacted me, and I told him at that time what my dream was and trying to figure out how to accomplish it. What degree would I need to accomplish it? As time went on, I chose to delay my education at that time. And so in 2023, I decided to pull the plug. And I began in March of 2023, and I was going to do healthcare administration. But by looking online, looking through Indeed, looking through all these places for jobs, they were far and near. And so I changed my major to sociology because I wanted something that I could use in any area. I could use it for social work. I could use it for enterprise, as the bank, um, teaching, whatever I could find a job doing. It would, as long as I had a bachelor's degree, I was good to go. And so, like I said, I switched to sociology, and I'm 2 weeks out from being done. I will have a bachelor's degree in science of sociology. Currently, my GPA is 3.87, and I'm so proud of myself. So very proud. Okay, Grand Canyon University is based out of Phoenix, Arizona. It is a brick and mortar college. They align with the Christian faith. and they decided, I can't remember the year, but many years ago, to open up their college to online degrees in order to help people like me who are older, who work every day, who is a parent, who is a grandparent, still accomplish their dreams. And they do have students that go in class. They have young people that go to school, and so it was a great alternative. And also, my state would register this diploma. Um, and that their morals is why I chose Grand Canyon University, was because I am Christian based. I have a Christian belief, and they do too. As far as financing your college education, Grand Canyon does offer financial aid for your state, and it also uses student loans. You can apply for student loans. They also offer grants. I did get a grant because I have worked so many years in healthcare that they deducted a certain percentage off of my bill. I ended up having to use student loans. I had exhausted my financial aid from trying and stopping, allowing things in my life get the best of me, and I had to make a decision on what was most important. But I exhausted my financial aid, so I have strictly loans. And I will say the downside to that is that once the semester's over, they will apply those student loans to your credit. So as of right now, I have student loans on my credit report that I owe. They're in good standings because I've not finished school to even begin making a payment. And from what I understand, they give you 6 months to find a job before they start the payment process. Um, each So Grand Canyon is not like your traditional school where you have semesters. It's based up in, they do, but they don't. And so they base yours up in quarters. So each quarter, your financial loans will cover the expenses that you accrue. And also, if there's anything left from that quarter, they will send it to you as a stipend to help, with life. In the beginning, when you talk to your advisor, you can opt out of that. I opted out of that part, um, even though they did continue to send the stipend, but they didn't send as many. But and I can't think, it was nothing but God, because at the time I needed the money, but I did not want to borrow a lot of money. I've got notes here if you see me keep looking down, because I didn't want to miss anything. Um, as of right now, my total debt is $35,000. And when I talked to my advisor prior to hand, she did give me a detailed list of expenses, gave me a grand total of what I would be paying in the end. And when I talk to other people that have attended colleges, even in my own state, I have a very close friend that went to a private college here in our state, and it was a rough estimate of $100,000 by the time she got done. So I am stressing over this little $35,000, but it's nothing compared to those like doctors and lawyers and those that have extended educational needs and their amount. I worked with a lady, her and her boyfriend one time, and they both were $500,000 in debt from just school expenses. And so my little $35,000, I'm just not going to be concerned. I make my little payments, and when I get it paid for, I get it paid for. But I'm not going to stress over it because compared to others, I am good to go. I will say that in the initial part of attending the college, they pull every bit of your credits from other colleges that you've attended. You turn all that in, and they give you credit for it. Like in my area, we have a community college, and if your credits are over 5 years old, you have to retake the class. But not with Grand Canyon. They gave me credits from high school till now, which is why, I told you I started in 2023, and here we are in 2025. We do have a local university in my area, and a bachelor's degree is 4 years, with that, without fail, 4 years, and I've accomplished this in a little over 2 years. So they gave me a lot of credits um, from my previous college experiences. The advisors, they are so good. I don't care what you call and complain about, they are on it. Now, this past quarter, I did get a new advisor, and he's not as vocal as the ones previously. I had one advisor, she was awesome. After each class, she checked on me. After the once class began, she checked on me. Did I need anything? How could she help me any further? Now, the new advisor that I have now, he's a little quiet. As long as you don't, no news is good news. You don't call him, he don't call you. You're good to go. And so I will say their advisor team is awesome. They don't nag. They don't do anything but advise you. I mean, they do their job, don't get me wrong. But I have truly enjoyed my advisors. Any concerns that I've had, they've been able to answer it. If they can't answer it, they'll find somebody that can. Your classes are set up in 8-week classes. You have the option to take more than one class, but I chose one at a time because I do have a busy life. I could have been finished, but I just take my time, do it right the first time, and keep it going. And so I did take, one class at a time, but every 8 weeks I start a new class. And if something happens within that turnaround from class to class, if there's an issue, like for instance, this time last year, there was going to be like a 2 week break from my last class to my next class, and I didn't want to do that. I did not want to take the break, but I want to go ahead and get this done and over with. So I just contacted my advisor, and I was like, I see that I'm taking a 2 week off in such and such time. Is there another class that I can get into? Is there another instructor that is offering the class that I can get into? She was on it. She reevaluated my schedule, got me in. Um, I think since then, I've taken 1 week off. Yeah, 1 week off since then, trying to just hurry up and get finished. Their instructors, I have not had the first moment of trouble from their instructors, with the exception of the current class that I'm in. I have had, so this is just a personal issue, and by doing YouTube, it's helping me a lot to face my fears. But if I am talking to you guys, I can come up with a lot of information. If I try to get information from here to paper or from here to my laptop, I struggle. And so when I'm doing my discussions, or if I've done my assignment and I'm reading back through it and I'm like, this does not sound like the way that I want to present it. I have used some forms of AI just to reword it so it sounds professional or sounds like an educated student, because I am from the South. I do sound like I'm from the South. And so I don't want my assignments to appear ignorant, if that's the word I should use. And so I've had, I've turned in assignments for some instructors, and they're like, baby, um, have you ever tried using AI? And I'm like, no. And so, they've offered it as a benefit. I have used AI to get a better understanding of what the topic is about. And so once I got the summary, I could understand the assignment. And so I'm not going to say that AI is a bad thing. AI is awesome to a certain extent. I understand that some people are afraid of AI, and there's some parts of it I would be too. But when it comes to your college education, I think it can just extend your knowledge. And so what I've done this semester is what I've done the entire time. I've read my assignment. I've read the textbook. I have read through and completed my assignment. But when I read over the assignment and I feel like it's not good enough, it's just not good enough for a college level, I will run it through and just see if there's any areas of it I can fix. Well, this instructor is for, she did not, my very last class, she did not appreciate my assignment. And so I just had to go back and reevaluate and just send it the best, with the best I know to do. And so I will say she's the only one that's a stickler over AI. But yet, it's okay for her to use it, because when you do the summary on, can you summarize this assignment for me? Can you help me understand this assignment? You'll see keywords in the AI generator. Well, I noticed that she had used some of those keywords. And so I ran her response through AI, and sure enough, she's using AI to create her responses for her students. And so, which she has her degree, I understand that. She has her degree, she's worked hard for it, and she can sit back and be an online instructor and live her best life. I ain't knocking her for it. But I will say, so far, she's the only one that has had issues with students using AI. In closing, though, when I tell you GCU is an awesome school, I have had other people that I know that tried GCU in Grand Canyon, and they did not appreciate it. They chose not to ever. But as far as my experience and my thoughts on it, if you're an older person, midlife person, a busy person, and you just want to finish your college education, it is an awesome experience. Graduation, you can fly to Phoenix, Arizona and participate in walking the stage and all that good stuff. I can't afford to do it right now, but I did order my cap and gown. I paid, it's like $140, $150 for the processing fee in order for you to get your diploma. I've paid for that. And I'm just waiting out these 2 weeks. Like I said, when you guys see this video, it'll be over with. And this is such an awesome experience for me. It's been here or there on YouTube for me right now, because that is my focus. I want to finish school. And I had a huge project I had to do a proposal, huge process. Took me 2 weeks to get it completed. And so I'm just waiting on her now to grade it. Let's see, this is make or break. If I don't say anything else about it, you know, it is what it is. Um, but I'm hoping that everything the next 2 weeks goes well, and it's over. Finally over. I've accomplished a goal that I've set 20 some years ago. It took me 20 years to get here. But I'm mumbling. But if there's anyone out there that really truly wants to finish up their education, please take an opportunity, look at their website, see if it would be a good fit for you. Fill out the little initial form and have the advisor contact you so you can ask any questions that you may have concerns about. But guys, it has been a blessing. But I'm gonna leave it here. Y'all pray the next 2 weeks go good for me, and we'll see you guys in the next one.